My Circle K powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
You're a coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
And a very happy October 15th, 2021 to you and your families, however you may be watching, however you may be listening. We're glad that you've decided to spend your Friday night with us right here on Table Rock Sports. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting broadcast for the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by CC Cellular in Southern Oregon. As Table Rock has made their way north here to beautiful Beaverton, Oregon, as the Cavemen have been welcomed in by the Beavers of Beaverton. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting broadcast right here on Table Rock Sports Productions. I am Brian Gregg. Alongside me over here, the man behind the lens, my color guy, my man, Jonathan McCreary. We'll welcome him in after this break. We're going to kick this one off here in about 5 minutes as the Cavemen have made their way up I-5 as they come in here to Beaver territory right here in beautiful Beaverton, Oregon. We'll be back after this great sponsor.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
And welcome back here to Beaverton High School as we're in the Bill Glass's Coach's Corner. Bill Glass is a clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned, family-run Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. And before we went to the break, I introduced my my colleague, the man behind the lens, Jonathan Mercuri. And Jonathan, we've called a number of games this season, and certainly we've seen some great ones with a lot of scoring. We've seen other games where it hasn't been so much scoring. But two teams right now coming in, trying to get off a bit of a snide right now. They've both lost 2 straight right now, the Cavemen as well as the Beavers. So what does both teams need to do coming in tonight to try to get back to the win column?
You know, just like when two teams come in that have winning records and they've been on a roll all season, when two teams come in, they're struggling a little bit. I'd say that game is just as important to get them out of that slump. Grants Pass coming in at 1-5. They're looking to definitely one of those tough trips on the road, but they're looking to make some noise here at Beaverton High School. I'd say the key to the game is playing fast. If these two teams can get off and running from the start, they might have a chance.
Certainly got to come out fast as the Cavemen are looking for their first win in the state of Oregon, rather. Their lone win has come this season when they took on Shasta of California. The Beavers took down a low of 41-18 back on the 10th of September, and they also took down Mountainside on the 24th to go to 2-4 on the year. The Beavers are coached by Bob Boyer, and the Cavemen are coached by John Musser. So as both teams head out to center field, as they will have the coin toss here, and we'll determine who will kick off and who will receive. Glad you're a part of the broadcast tonight. We'll take one more break, but when we come back, we will kick this one off from Beaverton High School. We'll be back.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back to the pregame show sponsored by Bill's Glass as both teams make their way out onto the field here, as the Beavers have had those colors for many, many, many years. In fact, this this high school dates back a very long time ago. And in fact, Jonathan, a little of Metro trivia for you that I'll talk about in the second quarter. I'm going to put you on the spot here, so you'll have to be the Jeopardy selection here tonight. So I got some questions for you tonight. So as both teams head on out to the field here, we're going to get this one underway as the Cavemen make their way up here to Beaverton, Oregon. Jonathan McCurry, Brian Gregg, as the Beavers will kick this one off in their traditional all orange with black lids, and the Cavemen in those great-looking blue bottoms and white lids and white tops with the blue trim on the shoulder pads. So we'll tee this one up, and here we go from Beaverton, Oregon, as the Table Rock Sports Game of the Week, sponsored by Lithia. And we are underway. And this one will be taken from about the 2-yard line. And Troy Osborne will make it all the way out to the 15-yard line. And that's where the Cavemen will take over. Jonathan, you talked about it a bit here, starting fast, starting quick. What a great opportunity here for the Cavemen to try to get something going here. Put some points on the board right here. Definitely can calm the nerves after that long bus ride.
Yeah, and it kind of goes for any team that makes the trek up here. You don't want to come out lethargic and play under what you're capable of, especially for a team trying to get back on track. If Grants Pass can make one big play is all they really need to get a spark going.
So shotgun start here for the Cavemen. And we will have a false start there. I believe it was against the Beavers. But any event, just got to hold your water there starting out. So an easy 5 yards there to start this one. As you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by Siskiyou Cellular with over 7 locations here. No score here to start this one. And inside zone read this time will go to Trevor Reeves. And he will plow his way forward and pick up the first down after about a gain of 8. And a good start there.
Yeah, and that's why those encroachment penalties are killer, because Cooper Nesbitt on the left side of the Beaver line got a little excited, jumped, and then that big run is a first down instead of a second and short.
So a nice first down gain there after the 5-yard penalty to start this one out. And on first down, pitch and catch, Jace Jordan will be the man responsible for this one after a pickup of 7. As Jace Blanchard with his first completion of the game here. As Mr. Blanchard trying to get the first win other than their victory over Shasta College of the season. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. On the John L. Scott scoreboard show, still no score. Fly sweep. And that one will go to the far side. As Jace Jordan will pick up about 4 yards. As the Cavemen look at their first third down here, Jonathan. Got to continue moving the chains here. About third and about a yard and a half.
And a good situation for Grants Pass, but they say it's the easiest thing in your head to get 1 yard on third down, but it's a lot harder than it looks.
On third down, inside, close to the chains, and I believe that he got it. And Trevor Reeves will pick up the 2-yard gain, and that will be enough for a Caveman first down. So a penalty to start, a first down, and another one. The start that you're looking for. Anytime you're playing against a game on the road, got to start fast.
Yeah, and they're doing it bit by bit with the run game so far. We haven't seen them throw a pass yet, so we'll see if they can incorporate some of that now that the run game has been established.
As the temperature drops here, about 60 degrees up here. I would say the outside playing temperature. We're up here in the east end zone, or east sideline up here in the press box. Swing pass near side. As Aiden Dietz had a bit of a trouble there holding on to that one, but finally brought it in. And that will make it about 2nd down and 9. So just a simple swing pass to get the thing started there. You know, I like that type of play, Jonathan. Get the mojo going a little bit. Get the arm warmed up a little bit. Just got to make sure you haul it in and then head upfield.
Yeah, that little bobble was the difference between maybe gaining 3 or 4 versus getting back to the line.
And fly sweep inside. It is Reeves, and he lowers the shoulder. And he falls forward all the way past midfield and gets all the way to the 42-yard line. Mr. Reeves is a hard runner. Folks talk about that, and we saw it right there. As the Cavemen will hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Still no score. 9-10 here on the John L. Scott scoreboard. And the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. Jonathan McCreary, Brian Gregg here. Give it back to Reeves inside, breaks 1 tackle, and spins forward and scampers all the way across the 40-yard line. And another first down there for the Cavemen. So 3 solid first downs, great running, great passing. Cavemen look good right now.
Yeah, just churning out yards on the ground, hard running from Reeves.
So the Cavemen faithful, pretty good crowd here tonight for the blue and white. And as Beaverton always packs the stands there on the far side. That's a student body in the all-white. On first down, rolls out far side. Blanchard looking, pitch and catch. And the official comes in and says he was out of bounds. So a good throw, good catch, just ran out of real estate.
Pass is incomplete, out of bounds. Covered on the play by number 15, Kyron Albright.
And that was a good catch on the side. It's hard to come down in with momentum and try to get your feet down. Pros and college players make it look easy, but it's not.
Definitely a sideline as another defender. So on 2nd down and 10, as the Cavemen march their way down all the way to the 39-yard line. Inside Reed. And give it off to Reeves again, and he will pick up about 2 yards. And that will bring up a 3rd and long. So the first 3rd and long situation here for the Cavemen with 8:17 here on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Certainly looks like you might be in 2-down territory here, Jonathan. Do you play for 2 plays here, or do you try to take the big shot right here?
You know, knowing what I know about getting off to a slow start, I would say take this chance here. Keep the momentum going. You're already on the plus side of the field. Also, you're very close to no man's land here if you can get 4 or 5 yards.
And the shotgun, Blanchard drops back, looks, throws, and this one is incomplete. As he threw it to the wrong shoulders, Jace Jordan was trying to run the hitch route there, and that one will be incomplete. And so head coach John Musser will, in fact, send out his punting unit, and it'll be the first punt of the game. So after a great start, Jonathan all of a sudden is stalled after the unable to convert the 3rd and long.
Yeah, and maybe it's just because I'm a modern football fan, but when teams get to the 39-yard line or closer to the end zone, I like to see that offense stay on the field. But as long as they can get good field position out of this, I think it's a smart play.
So the first punt of the evening. And this is a very high punt. And this will take a caveman bounce and bounce all the way down to the 5-yard line. And a great punt there by Nico Matamamba. And that one will head down all the way to the 1-yard line. And that's where the Beavers will take over. We'll keep it right here. And certainly you got to tip your hat there, Jonathan. A great heads-up play there by the Cavemen. Even though you didn't put points on the board, you have plays like that. Feels like another victory for you.
Yeah, and bring the pressure in this next drive.
So the Beavers will come out here for the first time tonight, their first offensive possession, as the Beavers are looking to get to their 3rd win of the year, as they were taken down by Jesuit last week, 49-13. In the week prior, they took on the Mavericks of Mountainside and fell to them 38-28. So 2 teams trying to get a win, and the first play of the game, and trying to streak across the middle this time, as Christian Gonzalez was the young man there, but he was unable to haul that one in.
Nearly some friendly fire there in the middle between 2 linebackers, too.
So we're tucked up here in the kind of the corner of the press box here, so we're doing our best to bring you all the great camera work over here by Jonathan. So bear with us here, but on 2nd down and 10, 7:23. On the John L. Scott scoreboard, Lithia Superstore game of the week. On 2nd down, look, fires, and this one will be intercepted. So the Cavemen coming right back after unable to score. And all of a sudden, Hunter Border has his first interception of the game, and the Cavemen are going to have great field position.
Yeah, and as I was saying before that punt happened, as long as you can get a good field position out of it, it's not a bad decision. And, hey, it worked out for him because that throw was to a ghost in the outfield there.
Certainly great defense there by the Cavemen. Now they're looking at their best field position that they've had thus far in this contest.
And I can imagine they'll want to run the ball here.
As single receiver to the top, trips to the bottom. As Jace Blanchard in that gun. Gets the clap, gives it inside, keeps it, throws inside, caught 5-yard line. And a great throw and catch coming across the middle for the first time is the big man, Josh Hart, the big tight end, 6'5", 180 pounds, hauls that one in.
Yeah, and establishing the run early, they're starting to get in rhythm from the passing game right now too.
Give it, far side, and this one is incomplete, as I think Jace wanted that one back. He had a man there in the corner of the end zone, Jonathan, just looking like a catcher trying to throw down to the first baseman there and just overthrew him a hair.
Yeah, and when you're throwing those goal line passes, it's always good to overthrow instead of underthrow.
Certainly we talked about that 2 weeks ago at Sheldon, that quarterbacks who can roll out, set their shoulders, step and throw, easier said than done. Blanchard there, I'm sure, would like to have that one back. 6:49 here in the first. Jonathan McCreary, Brian Gregg here for this Table Rock Sports Game of the Week, powered by Lithia in partnership with Cisco Cellular. On 2nd down, give it inside to the speedster. And this is Reeves, and he gets into the end zone for a Caveman touchdown. Running with ease there, and Grant's Pass has himself their first touchdown of the game. So that's how you do it on defense. Few plays later, you're into the end zone. Nicely done.
Yeah, and they got the run going early, opted for the pass in the last couple plays, see if they could get a man open in the end zone. They went right back to their bread and butter. Got themselves a touchdown on the ground.
And the Cavemen looking to make it 7. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, looks good, and it is good. So the Cavemen, after the big turnover, they get 7 points on the board. Grants Pass with the lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back here to Beaverton High School as the Cavemen, wasting no time after the big interception. 5 plays later, get into the end zone as Trevor Reeves finds pay dirt, and the Cavemen have their first lead of the game. And this kickoff will go, a bit of a squib kick there. And taking far side here, Kyron Albright. And good lane coverage there by the Cavemen. And he'll start at about his own 24-yard line. Let's recap that last series, Jonathan. You talked about it, the throw, the pass. That's what you got to do. And I was really impressed with that last possession here. They showed a lot of fake. They gave a lot of gives. And if you can start to get the momentum running the offense like that, you become tough to stop.
Yeah, and they just have balance right now, and it's showing on the field. They're able to kind of mix in different things like you were saying. Confuse this Beavers team as much as you can.
6:33, Cavemen with the early lead, 7-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by Siskiyou Cellular with over 7 locations in Southern Oregon. And on first down, pass is complete to the speedster there, and Des Valencia scampers all the way down the sideline, and a big play there as the Beavers will make it all the way down to the 15-yard line as Valencia showing some wheels there, Jonathan.
Yeah, and that's why they're dangerous on offense. That was just a quick cut inside, what would usually be like a 5-yard gain. He's just too fast, got through the defense.
So the first big play of the game there for the Beavers. And they have their best field position here to start this one here in the first. And, boy, I thought he was going to find himself pay dirt as well, but the Cavemen were there to bring him and knock him out of bounds. So 6:09. In the gun, drop back, looking, pass complete, back to Gonzalez, and he will fall forward all the way to the 12-yard line. So 2 throws, 2 catches, and the Beavers are coming right back trying to match this point total.
Yeah, we knew they weren't just going to lay down, but to get down the field so quick, they want to get that 7 points back in a hurry.
And the Beavers march themselves all the way down. Quick snap. Now they slow it down, get the call from the sideline. And empty backfield for the first time this evening. As Hunter Border drops back, a lot of time. Now he's going to keep it himself, and he will scamper all the way down to about the 5-yard line. And that certainly is not a bad play call, Jonathan. It's almost like playing Madden, where it's you spread everybody out, let your quarterback run. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, backyard football. And he's a big guy. 6'3" on the roster. Kind of reminds me of back in my playing days when we play against big quarterbacks like Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Ducks are going to kick this one off here in about 12 minutes. We'll make sure to bring you those scores as well. 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Inside Reed, given off to Jay Cutter, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers. And the Beavers get on the board. As Jay Kiter with 5:11 here in the first quarter. As they look to knot this one up to 7 after the big throw and catch from Hunter Border to Des Valencia. Sets it up, and the PAT is no good. And the Beavers will find themselves with only 6 as they respond back after a huge 80-yard pickup. We'll step aside. Don't go anywhere.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox.
And welcome back here to beautiful Beaverton, Oregon, home of the Beaverton Beavers. As the Beavers respond nicely and come back and score the touchdown. As Jay Kiter was the young man that got that read and found himself 6 points. PAT was not good, and that's how we're left at 7-6. Jonathan McCary, Brian Gregg here. As Table Rock Sports bringing you live coverage up here at Beaverton High School. Cavemen will take it from their own 5-yard line, and they'll cross out all the way to the 25-yard line. And that's where Jace Blanchard will take over for the Cavemen. You know, certainly right here, Jonathan, that if you can sustain that similar drive that they did on their last series here, the run, the catch, the RPOs, got to be impressed there with Grants Pass and mixing it up a little bit here early.
Yeah, that might actually be their best chance to win here today. Just continue to dominate time of possession, because you saw how fast Beaverton scored. Keep the ball out of their hands as much as you can.
Blanchard in the gun, gives it to Trevor Reeves, breaks one tackle and breaks a second, and he'll make his way all the way to about the 31-yard line. And that tackle made by Ashton Easley for the Beavers.
That's certainly how you do it, getting yards on the ground.
And I got to say that Trevor Reed, he runs the football hard, and you notice it out there. And he almost runs with his hair on fire.
That'll show up, especially late in the fourth quarter of this defense as they wear down.
And the pass is complete to the big fellow once again, Josh Hart, the big tight end. He picks up a first down. And that has been a definite go-to here early for Blanchard. On the prior series, he found Josh Hart as well down here in the end zone and comes right back and finds him wide open.
Yeah, haven't had much luck on the outside passes towards the sideline, but these inside passes are working well for this Grants Pass offense.
As the cheer squad right in front of us here, trying to get the Cavemen faithful. And Blanchard will send one to the top. Penalty flag will fly. And Trevor Reeves will lower the shoulder. And a second flag will come out as well. After the pickup of about 5 yards there, we'll check the flag. And a false start penalty against the Cavemen. And that will back them up. So the first penalty of the game for Grants Pass. As the Cavemen with the early lead, 7-6. And fans want to remind you, for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon. Locally owned, family-run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and our communities. And Jonathan, give me the jingle.
When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass.
Think Bill's Glass. 3:34 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Blanchard rolls out far side, and this one is incomplete. Just sailed on him a bit there as Nico Matamamba was. And that'll be a second down.
And those point passes on the sideline, just escaping them still. And the receiver tried to high point it. Very nearly got it, but just a little bit too high. Call it nerves or whatever you like here early in the game. I think those passes will start to come down a little bit as the game goes on.
As Blanchard in the gun. And he'll give it off to the speedster inside. Lowers the shoulder. And Trevor Reeves will pick up about 3 yards and get back to the initial, short just about the initial line of scrimmage. So a third down and about 12 here, Jonathan. And, you know, the last time that they were put in this situation, they opted to punt. Certainly here, big third down here. Like to see them convert here.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see what they do. They might just opt for the pass.
And Blanchard looks, throws. A little too much mustard on that one. As that one was intended for Jackson Tunick, and just a little too much on that one. So that'll send out the punting unit here for Grants Pass for the second time this evening, as Miles Anderson with a great punt on the prior series here stuck him all the way down to the 1 yard line, which led to the interception, which led to the first touchdown of the game here. So the young man will head out, stand at his own 25-yard line, as Kyron Albright will be the young man returning this one for the Beavers. High punt, and this will take a Beaver bounce, and we'll stop at the 31-yard line, and that's where the Beavers will take over. We'll step aside. We'll be back.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler Jeep Dodge and, of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Super.
Welcome back to Beaverton High School. Jonathan McCreary, Brian Gregg here. 7-6 is the count on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's the Beavers with their second possession here. Look, throw, pitch, catch, caught. Kyron Albright. And he will pick up about 5 yards. And the big fella coming over from his D-line position to Hollow Johnson coming over there and making the play. The big fella getting out there in space.
Yeah, nice closeout, too, because especially those passes in the flat, you miss that initial tackle, then it's all up to the linebackers and safeties to try to make that play. So good job.
Hunter Porter, 3 for 4 tonight, and his lone incomplete led to an interception. And inside Reed, given off to, once again, Cooper Nesbitt. And he will scamper all those way out to about the 44-yard line. And that'll be enough for the Beaver first down. And Caleb Martinez is the young man there responsible for making that play. First down and 10, 1:40 left here in the first. As you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on first down, got a man streaking down the near side, Albright, but this one is just a little too much on it. And Hunter Porter will be looking at a second down here. Fans want to remind you, thank you to Table Rock Sports viewers and subscribers to our YouTube channel. Over 250,000 views and counting, and closing in on 1,500 YouTube subscribers. Thank you to all. Thank you all watching down in Grants Pass. Glad you've decided to spend your evening with us on this very fall-feeling day under the lights here at Beaverton High School. Inside zone read for the Beavers, as Cooper Nesbitt, the 5'10 senior, plowing himself forward, playing in that 155-pound frame, but playing a little bit bigger than 155.
Mm-hmm. And just like we've seen on the other side with Grants Pass, these smaller running backs, they're fearless in the inside. You almost have to be that size and be a every down back.
So third down and about 5.5 here for the Beavers. Grants Pass would love to get the stop here and get the ball back, as we will trickle under 1 minute here in the first. On third down, pressure, throws, and this one is intercepted. Intercepted at midfield there. And another interception there for the Beavers. So Hunter Porter has found himself with 2 interceptions thus far in this game, and all of a sudden the Cavemen are getting it right back.
Yeah, what could have been a decision for Beaverton on fourth down turns into no decision because you got the interception going the other way. Grants Pass is going to have great field position with a 1-point lead.
And those young men that are coming off the sideline there, and those white lids were bouncing around looking like a bunch of popcorn out there popping. That's the way it's supposed to be. So we make it under 47 seconds here. A few more plays, and we'll head off to the second quarter here. As Jace Blanchard will send one to the top, two at the bottom. And he'll roll out near side, looking now, steps, throwing the ball downfield's got a man over the shoulder, and this one is incomplete. Looking for his big tight end, Josh Hart. He was there, just threw it to the wrong shoulder, and it was incomplete.
Yeah, and they say arm strength is never a bad thing, and I tend to agree. You just got to know how to reel it in just a little bit because got a cannon out there as Blanchard.
They always say it's anytime you're looking over your shoulder to the helmet and shoulder pads on, and sometimes all you see is dark sky, and that can be a little bit tough. So 2nd and 10 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As more fans make their way in here. Beaverton High School right here on Farmington Road, in a high school that's been around for many, many years. Inside Reed, give it to Reeves again. And he will foul forward all the way about to the 42-yard line. And that'll bring up about a 3rd down and about 4, Jonathan. Another big 3rd down situation here.
Yeah, we have an injured player down, so that will possibly stop the clock. Looks like he's making his way off the field under his own power. That'll stop it at about 23 seconds, and like you said, 3rd and short. This is running territory for Grants Pass. Sorry to interrupt.
Last time, no, you're good. Last time they were in this situation here, they had the interception. They picked up the big 3rd down. A few days later, they found the end zone here. So, again, we talked about it. Are they in no man's land, Jonathan, or is the Cavemen going to draw it up to try to get that 1st down?
You know, in this territory, I think they trust their punter after what I seen a couple drives ago, but we'll see.
Full house backfield for Blanchard. In the pistol formation, off to Reeves. And he will get close to the markers. And, yes, it will be a 1st down for the Cavemen. A little bit different formation there, Jonathan. A pistol, not something you see all that often. First time we've seen it tonight.
Yeah, especially for a 3rd and short. I was surprised to see them come out in the pistol, but very well could have been a stop for a loss, but he stumbled forward for about 4 yards, and that was the difference.
And that's where we will end the first quarter as the Cavemen pick up the big 1st down as they will head to the second quarter. As we're live here at Beaverton High School, we'll step aside. When we come back, we will start the second quarter.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Welcome back to Beaverton High School as we just start the second quarter here. As the Cavemen swing pass over near side. This is Reeves. And a big 1st down after a pickup of 16. So coming out of the start the second quarter, great start there for the Cavemen.
Yeah, no fear coming out. Big play right after the break. And they're in similar position they were a couple drives ago. Off a turnover, making moves.
And that will move the chains. And the Cavemen will find this one at their own, at the Beaver 25-yard line. Fans, today's game is brought to you in part by Peak Rewards, app by GP Energy. Download the app and save on morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip at many locations. Peak Rewards from GP Energy. Swing pass, far side, and to the big tight end once again is Josh Hart. Will find himself a bit of real estate there in the flats. And he has his 3rd catch of the game as he has over 20 yards through the air. Pitch and catches there to bring up about a second down and about 2 here, Jonathan.
And I like what I'm seeing from Grants Pass. We're talking about the balance they have earlier, and they're keeping it going on this drive. And it's like they're not really relying on big throws because those we've seen they haven't worked all too well, but even those throws into the flat on the outside have been working.
Pistol formation. And one receiver at the top, 2 at the bottom. Blanchard, give it to Reeves inside behind that big offensive line there. But the Beavers are right there to stop him at about the first down marker. And yes, it will be enough for a first down as the big fella has that big offensive line there pushing some people around. And a first down from the 13-yard line. As Blanchard drops back, throws corner, got a man, caught down to the 1, short to about the 4. As Nico Madamba has himself his 3rd catch of the night. And the Cavemen are knocking on the door once again, trying to get their 2nd touchdown here tonight with 9:40 to go on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As we're glad that you decided to spend your evening with us to bring you all the live action right here on Table Rock Sports Productions. Give it to Reeves, and he is met in the backfield, and he will fall his way forward all the way back to the initial line of scrimmage to bring up a 2nd down and goal. So that time looked like the linemen got a little bit of happy feet there, and they missed a few of their blocks on that one. Got to sustain the blocks a little bit, especially when you're down there towards the goal line.
Yeah, and got to do your running back a favor and get a little push forward. Thankfully for Grants Pass, he tends to fall forward instead of backwards. Some backs fall backwards when they go down. He usually gains about 3 yards when he goes down.
So Blanchard in the gun, single at the bottom, 2 at the top. Give it to Reeves, and exact same scenario as on the prior play. And the Beavers are right there as Andre Cazares, the 190-pound junior, is the young man that brings them down. So the Cavemen unable to convert down all the way to the 4-yard line. Now you're looking at a field goal.
You know, I like trying to do what works, but at the same time, you have the ability to be a little creative when you get down there and use the run to your advantage.
And the kick is up and good. And that'll be the 10th point for the Cavemen. We'll step aside when we come back. The Cavemen will kick off 10-6 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Don't go anywhere.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram Trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to Beaverton High School as the Cavemen unable to convert as they march all the way down to the 4-yard line, but have to settle for a field goal to make it a 10-6 game here in the second quarter. 8-17 on the John L. Scott scoreboard as the Beavers will take this one and march themselves all the way down to the 34-yard line, and that's where they will take over. You know, I'd certainly like to see right here, put the ball in the air like a bald eagle flying through. You know, I'd like to see something get going here for the Beavers. They've had not so much success here. 2 interceptions to start this one. So you'd like to see if they can get that running game going, followed by some passes here.
Yeah, and aside, like you're saying, aside from that one spark play earlier, the 60-yard completion.
Absolutely.
It's been tough going.
So the Beavers will give it off to the speedster. Far side, Jay Cutter. And he will break one tackle, still on his feet, 45-40. And will be pushed out of bounds all the way at that 35-yard line. And a great run there by Jay. And he will march his way all the way down to the 35-yard line.
And just when you thought the Grants Pass defense had him down for a reasonable gain, he just breaks through and keeps running.
Yeah, you certainly got to make sure that you continue to drive those legs forward, and that's certainly what he did. And trips to the right, single at the top. Has Hunter Border in the gun. Give it back inside. And hopping around. They're still on his feet. Breaks one tackle, Jake Hyder. And he falls his way forward all the way to the 20-yard line. And another first down there for the Beavers. So back and forth. That big offensive line up front starting to push the Caveman around a little bit.
Yeah, and you called it pretty well. You said they had to start getting some big runs in, and that's just what they did. And what have we seen when the Beavers usually get down here at this point? They got some momentum going, and then they cap it off with a turnover. They'll have to avoid that on this drive if they want to keep this game in their favor.
And a timeout called by the Cavemen, and we'll join them. Beavers knocking on the door. We'll be back.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back here to Beaverton High School in beautiful Beaverton, Oregon, as the Cavemen have themselves a 4-point lead, 10-6 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. But the Beavers are coming right back as they have found their way into Caveman territory. But it's really been all Cavemen here when you look at it both offensively and defensively. It's just that when the Beavers need a big play, they seem to come back nicely, and now they find themselves in Caveman territory.
Yeah, and finally starting to get it going. We saw them do it on the ground, and that might be the way to go.
Here's the snap inside, bounce out, got some pay dirt, far side into the end zone. Cooper Nesbitt into the end zone, bounces outside, touchdown Beavers.
Running the ball into the end zone.
And the Beavers,
however, there is a flag on
but there is a penalty flag there, so that one will likely negate the great run there, and it will be a hold on the Beavers. So a little spoke too soon there, but the flag came out, and the official said a little too much holding of the jersey, and that touchdown will come off the board.
Yeah, it's always deflating.
holding against the Beavers.
See how far they have to go back.
A 10-yard penalty from the spot.
You know, that's really an unfortunate penalty there. Now, I didn't see it on replay, but he went from a lot of chaos to no chaos, and you always wonder if there might be some cheating down there, down in the trenches. So, again, but unfortunately, you got to take that points off the board.
Yeah, and that was what they needed, and this bodes well for Grants Pass because Beavers might have to start throwing again here, and we've seen when they have to throw in long yardage situations.
So that'll make it a first down and 14 inside Reed. And falling forward once again is Cooper Nesbitt, who found pay dirt on the prior play, but it was negated by a holding call. And he will pick up about 8 yards there and bring up a second down and 6 here, Jonathan.
He's like, well, one play or 3 plays, I'll get it back. Nice run on first down.
6:44, 10-6, Caveman with the lead on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Jonathan McCreary, Brian Gregg, glad you've decided to spend your night with us on second down. And the Cavemen are there. Forces quarterback out of the pocket, Hunter Border, and he's going to have to scramble his way out of there. And great defense there by the Cavemen.
Tackled by number 9, Jace Jordan.
As Jace Jordan coming up from his free safety position to make the play there. That's one thing I've been impressed here with the Cavemen is they close very nicely. We talked about they fly to the football, and you've seen it a few times here tonight.
Yeah, and the only issue I would say with Grants Pass is last couple drives not finishing those tackles because they can get to the ball carrier in a hurry, but they aren't quite wrapping up as much as they were in the first quarter.
As Hunter Border will go into the gun. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, bouncing around inside. And he just pushes his way forward and will not go down, and I believe that'll be enough for a first down.
But his run was good for a Beavers.
And it will be a first down there for the Beavers. And a First and goal from the 9-yard line here, Jonathan. Beavers have certainly got to try to find a way to get the end zone, but I'd love to see the Cavemen right here hold them, continue that momentum.
Yeah, I always love to see a defensive stop. We'll see if Grants Pass can make some magic for a third time.
Trips to the bottom, inside zone. Reed falls forward down to the border of Canada, and it is still no call. Oh, right there at the borderline. And it will be just short. And it'll be a first down, or excuse me, second and goal to go here for the Beavers.
They're able to run a little more time off the clock. Right on the doorstep of a touchdown here.
And inside, give it to Nesbitt, and the Cavemen are right there. Coming up there, Josh Hart at his defensive end position. Mr. Hart has had himself an outstanding game, has come with some big catches and a big tackle there.
What a play, and he came from the opposite side, too. He covered so much ground in like 1 second, able to get the tackle. I love speed from the defensive end position.
Third down and goal here, and the Cavemen are going to chat this one over, and we'll join them. Don't go anywhere. Can the Cavemen hold the Beavers? We'll find out.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Welcome back here. Third down and goal for the Beavers. Inside Reed down to the goal line. Still no call. And waiting for the signal. Did the Cavemen hold in fourth down? Inside give to Nesbitt, and the Cavemen coming up with a huge third down, and that ball is about as close as you can get to the goal line here, Jonathan.
Big props to that front seven of Grants Pass, especially from the defensive ends.
Give it to Nesbitt inside, and he will be hit and dropped. So the ball down on the foot line, and the Cavemen come up huge on fourth and goal. A huge stand there for the Cavemen. And the young men down on the sideline are fired up, and they have all the right to be.
And I love to see that. It is so hard to stop a team with forward momentum on the goal line from the defensive end and defensive tackle positions. And they stood them up 3 times in a row after that big run earlier on the drive.
Wow, what a great stop there. And just pad level, Jonathan. And you know about that playing in the interior. When you get down there to that goal line down there, who's got the best pad level? And the Cavemen right there were victorious.
Yeah, got to be as low as possible. And they're going to try to avoid any extra shenanigans here as they are now backed up.
Got to play smart football. 3:43, 10-6. And give it off to the speedster. Bouncing around, and he will just not be denied. And Trevor Reeves continuing to say, give me the rock. I'm going to bring us out of here. I'm going to get out of this end zone, and that's what he does there. And so another first down for the Cavemen. Great run in there by Reeves. I've been so impressed with him tonight. He is just a spark plug down there.
Yeah, and the defensive ends came crashing in. He had to make a cut in the end zone, just kind of get out of danger. Smart play by a smart player.
Trips to the right-hand side, single at the bottom. As Blanchard will send his man in motion, drops back, looking, throwing downfield, got a man, single coverage. And this one is just overthrown as he was looking for Jace Jordan sprinting down the near side there.
Yeah, and maybe got away with a little bit of an offensive hold there, playing defense from the wide receiver position. But that's what you got to do, is a little bit of an overthrow, and if you know you're beat, you're beat.
Kind of got away with one there, but the official said, I don't know.
I wish I owned a BMW.
As we hit the exact 3-minute mark here in the second on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As Blanchard drops, looks, throws, swing bubble pass. And those jack-o'-lantern orange comes up, ball on the turf. And both teams are saying that they found it. Still no call there. As we wait for the official call. And the Cavemen are indicating that they might have lost that one. As they're both fighting underneath, there's still no signal from the officials. And yes, the Beaverton Beavers will come up with the fumble, and they will have the ball back with great field position after the pitch and catch. Ball ends up on the turf, and all of a sudden they find themselves 11 yards from the end zone.
Yeah, and it goes without saying, but a bit of a disservice to that defense after that big stand to have a big turnover here. They're going to have to come right back onto the field and try again.
So the defense is going to be called upon here to try to make another big stop. We've seen them do it before. Let's see if they can do it here a second time as we hit the 2:48 here in the second. Oh, huge opportunity. Just couldn't hold on to the football there, Jonathan.
Yeah, a lot of big turnovers by both teams here today.
Swing pass, fly, double reverse here to the near side. And Christian Gonzalez doing a nice job getting to the middle of the field, but the Cavemen doing a nice, even better job staying home, staying in your lanes. You know, they talk about as a defensive end, never get sucked down into the middle. Always keep your outside shoulder free. And once again, the name we've said all, Josh Hart, the defensive end, doing a nice job.
And it's all about contain. I think as a unit, this defensive line playing really well for Grants Pass.
And inside, look, pitch. And this one is incomplete. That's Hunter Border.
Intended for number 16. Intended for Christian Gonzalez.
As that pass intended for Christian Gonzalez. That'll bring a third down and 6. Ball on the 8-yard line. Still not in goal scenario here, Jonathan.
Yeah, and that play call surprised me. I thought they'd come out and try to run it up the middle again, but tried for a pass pretty close to the mark. Incomplete, and now they have a 3rd and long.
And inside, fake it, thrown to the corner of the end zone, and this one is just over the head of the Beavers, and that one will go out of bounds, and that will bring up a 4th down scenario here.
Intended for Christian Gonzalez in the end zone.
And fortunate there because Gonzalez, it looked like he was wide open in the end zone. If he planted his feet, made a tighter throw, might have been a touchdown.
And that will send on the field goal unit to try to make it a 1-point game here. And nothing would be bigger here for the Cavemen if they can come out of here holding the Beaverton to no points from about the 25-yard line. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, looks good, and it is good. And so the Beavers, after the fumble recovery, get 3 points on the board to make it a 1-point game. We'll step aside, 1:54 to go. We'll be back.
On whom?
What was the call? Roughing the kicker. That's an automatic. Was it running into the kicker? Is that a...
The penalty is running into the kicker. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it will be enforced on the kickoff.
Okay.
So with just under 2 minutes left in the half, the Grants Pass Cavemen 10, your Beaverton Beavers 9.
I don't know why I lost the feed there. Welcome back here to beautiful Beaverton, Oregon, about 1.5 miles from the massive, large Nike campus, as the Beavers cut the deficit to 1 point after the field goal was good. And before we went to break, the officials indicated there's a running into the kicker scenario. So now the Beavers will kick off from their own 45-yard line. But in the event, good stand there, though, by the Cavemen to only put 3 on the board rather than the 6, possibly 7.
Yeah, and keeping the lead for themselves with just under 2 minutes left to go. Their offense should have one more chance to make a drive.
And so they will kick off from their own 45, 1:54 to go. And this one will go end over end to the back of the end zone. And the ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line, and that's where Blanchard and the Cavemen will take over. 10-9 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back here to Beaverton High School. 154. Blanchard swings out near side. As the swing pass to Trevor Reeves will be enough for about 40 yards. And, you know, again, before we went to the break there, we were talking about, you know, if you can walk out of there with a 3 rather than a 6, in a bit it feels like a victory a little bit, Jonathan.
Yeah, especially after that fumble near the red zone. You got to feel good if you're Grant's pass.
Pitch and catch, far side. Jackson Tunick, the 6-foot junior. And the ball is on the turf, and the Orange are saying that they have got it, and yes, they do. So after the pitch and catch, Tunick puts the ball on the turf, and the Beavers pounce on it with 1:21 to go. And boy, 2 costly turnovers here deep in your own territory, Jonathan.
Yeah, and this defense cannot catch a break coming back onto the field for what feels like the 3rd time in a row. And now the turnover margin is even here. 2 interceptions from Beaverton and 2 fumbles from Grants Pass.
Boy, 2 costly turnovers for Grants Pass deep in their own territory. And the Beavers can take their first lead of the game, 1:21 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Inside Reed, give it to the speedster Jay Cutter, who has himself a touchdown already. And he scampers his way all the way down to the 15-yard line, and that'll stop the clock to move the chains. And the Cavemen have got to dig deep right here, got to get another stop right here. They've done it twice. Can they do it a 3rd time?
Yeah, that's where you start to get a little gassed, but if they can make another stop here, that would be huge going forward in this game. Even limiting them to 3 would be.
Drops back, looks, thrown to the end zone, and this one will just go over the head, and a penalty flag will fly. And boy, when you're stuck over in the end zone like being in jail in Alcatraz, and it's really hard to get out of that corner, and unfortunately the Caveman defender got caught.
Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of hesitation from the official there. If he would have got his back turned at least,
yeah,
there might not have been a flag, but he just followed through all the way.
And I anticipate this will be a 15-yard penalty with 46 seconds to go before we head into intermission.
But they are continuing to talk about it.
Against the defense.
And it'll be a defensive holding. So I believe that is a 10-yard penalty rather than the 15 pass interference call.
And that's a big call here. It's a difference of about 5 yards, so make it a little harder for Beaverton here going forward.
Penalty is half the distance to the goal line.
So the Cavemen love to get another stop here, and that looks to be a penalty flag here. And they're pointing back and forth at one another. Is it me? No, it was you. Is it me? It was you.
Encroachment against the defense.
And it will go against the Cavemen there, jumping across the line of scrimmage premature. As that's the 4th penalty of the game for the Cavemen. As 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Inside, drops back, set the screen up, got a man open. Nesbitt into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers. And a touchdown for the Beavers, and they have their first lead of the game with 39 seconds to go here in the second. Set up the bubble screen there, and he walked in pretty much untouched.
Yeah, nice poise by the quarterback, too, because that defender came crashing upfield, almost got to him, but he let that ball go at the perfect time and got himself a touchdown.
Boy, he could have crawled in there like a turtle. He had nobody around him. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, looks good, and it is good. So the Beavers, after the turnover by the Cavemen, capitalize, and they have their first lead of the game with 39 ticks to go here in the second. Don't go anywhere.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back here. If you stepped aside to go and have yourself a dinner or watch the Duck game, the Beavers have come all the way back to take a 6-point lead after the turnover fumble by the Cavemen deep in their own territory, and the Beavers were able to capitalize, and now all of a sudden the Cavemen are looking down something they haven't seen here tonight. It's been all Cavemen, but unfortunately 2 turnovers can certainly put your team in a situation that can be a challenge to come out of, Jonathan.
And it's an unfortunate position here for Grants Pass because now they find themselves down by 6 points. And if I remember correctly, Grants Pass got the ball first, did they not?
I believe so.
So
yes.
The Beavers will get it back after the half.
16-10. As Beaverton High School, just a bit south of Cedar Hills Boulevard. And I'm going to make sure I come at you here shortly with the trivia question here. We'll do it at the halftime break, where Jonathan and I will provide our first half thoughts as well as some stats. As Blanchard in the gun, looks, throws, pitch, catch, caught, Troy Osborne. And the official is saying that he did not catch that one. He was there, but just could not hold on to that one. Fans want to remind you, Table Rock Sports is excited to welcome the Thomason Hospitality Group of Grants Pass and Tampa Rock Northwest as the newest sponsor. You can also enjoy Thomason Hospitality at Elmer's, Pita Pit, Human Bean, all throughout Southern Oregon. So Blanchard, 3 to the top, single at the bottom. Drops back, looks, now steps up downfield. And this one will just sail on him and go out of bounds. And that'll bring up a third down and 10 here with 27 seconds left here. You know, Jonathan, if the Cavemen cannot hold here, you know, do the Beavers take a few shots in the end zone here? I mean, you still got a little bit of time left.
And I hate waving the white flag, but if I was Grants Pass here, I would try to run the ball and hope a timeout doesn't come. Just try to run it out and get reset for next half.
Blanchard sends 3 to the top. Swing pass over to the speedster. We've said his name a lot tonight. As Trevor Reeves will just not go down, and he'll make it all the way out to the 35-yard line. And another big first down there for the Cavemen. I really like that play tonight, Jonathan. You overload one side, you get your guys locked up on those defensive backs, and then you let Reeves show his athleticism, and he did so right there.
Yeah, and something like that works. Just let him do the work. Don't take a big shot downfield. Now they have themselves a nice first down here, and it opens up the possibilities. We'll see.
So the Cavemen will take a timeout, and we will join them as well. And want to make sure I remind you, Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon at 950 Royal Ave in Medford have a wide range of eye care services for the entire family. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to see how Dr. Brian Mitchell and his team can help keep your family's vision clearly focused. And certainly staying focused right here is what the Cavemen need to do as Blanchard, 3 to the bottom, rolls out, looks, throws. And again, this one has sailed on him once again. And I believe he wanted that one back, but just a little too much on that one.
Yeah, and they have about, I would say they have one play left, one good play.
Yeah, certainly don't want to do anything here that could cause an explosion play. You know, you may just want to run this one out and head to the locker room and chat this one over.
Last thing you want to do after 2 fumbles is give the Beavers another chance on your side of the field.
Absolutely. As Jonathan alluded to, 7 ticks left here on the John L. Scott scoreboard. And at halftime, Jonathan and I will provide our first half thoughts as well as some stats here. As Blanchard will roll out. Now pressure, throws downfield, and this one is caught. Caught on the far side, got a man here, still on his feet. Josh Hart all the way down to the 9-yard line, and that will expire the second quarter. So a great effort there by the big fella, Josh Hart. And I believe that will be the end of the half, and it is. So the Cavemen have themselves a nice lead, but the Beavers have come all the way back after 2 turnovers that were costly deep in their own territory, and the Beavers have found themselves back into this one. As we head to halftime, Jonathan and I will provide our thoughts after these great messages.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Welcome back here to Beaverton High School on homecoming night here, Jonathan. Something that we have not said that name in a couple of years, is to say you get a homecoming opportunity as the principal of the high school is reading off the wonderful Beaverton High School homecoming court as Ann Irwin is introducing the young ladies and young men voted upon by their classmates, as we will have also an opportunity to hear from the Beaverton High School pep band as they'll perform a bit of entertainment here. But speaking of entertainment here, Jonathan, we saw some fireworks there in the first half. Started out with Grants Pass, get on the board there, running the football nicely, throwing the football nicely, but turnovers have all of a sudden been a bit of a Achilles heel thus far here for the Cavemen.
Yeah, and it was a Beaverton problem at first with the 2 early interceptions, and then became a Grants Pass problem as they started fumbling the ball. That's never good, especially when you get 2 big stops from your defense, but it just keeps piling on. They're going to get tired after a while. Can't blame them.
You know, and it's always difficult, especially when you put your defense in those situations. They had that big stand down there where the Beaverton Beavers were down to about the 1-inch line, and they held them down there, but they had those 2 costly turnovers here. And outside of that, though, the Cavemen are playing good football here. It's just that you can't turn the ball over deep in your own territory.
Yeah, they're playing like the better team for all but 2 or 3 plays, and it's those 2-3 plays that are big time.
So it's halftime here as both teams find their way to the locker room. And Jonathan here, I got to ask you the question here before I forget here. Here's your Jeopardy question of the night, okay?
Ready.
Can you tell me which high school has the oldest still used facility in the state of Oregon?
The oldest.
The oldest used facility in the state of Oregon, classroom, auxiliary room, where it's still utilized by the student body. It's the oldest one in the state of Oregon.
I'm going to need a moment to think.
All right. Well, while you're thinking about that, we'll take a quick break here as we're here at halftime. 16-10 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Don't go anywhere.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthernOregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back here to homecoming here at Beaverton High School as both teams are in the locker room chatting this one over. Jonathan McCreary, Brian Gregg here on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by Siskiyou Cellular, as you know both teams are trying to get off the schneid a little bit here. As both teams have back-to-back losing Friday nights, and would this be considered an out-of-conference game? So certainly the indication for the Southwest Conference would not have much indication here, but certainly with the state rankings, it certainly plays into it. So as they welcome the homecoming court for the young men and women, having a great opportunity to stand out there and represent their class. What a exciting moment there. I want to give you some quick stats here. For the Cavemen, 4 for 9 for Jace Blanchard. But really the X factor tonight has been Trevor Reeves, as he's done a great job on the ground, running it nicely with over 100 yards on the ground and also through the air. So well done to him, as he's kind of been the X factor here tonight. And I'd certainly like to see them go to Reeves coming up here in the second half, Jonathan.
Yeah, that's been their bread and butter, going to Reeves. And if they can stick to that, I'd say I'd like to see them mix some things in, because we saw them down here just run several inside runs in a row, didn't really mix anything up. They had to settle for a field goal. If they can use the run game to kind of bring the rest of their offense together and have balance, I think it'll work for them.
So after the break there, I told you had to get your question right. So again, the question is, which high school has the oldest utilized building in the state?
I'm going to guess Grant High School.
You know, that's a great guess, but I will give you a hint. You have broadcasted from there before. Very recently, like very recently.
Very recently.
Like the most recent that you've done.
Where was I?
Well, I'll let you think about it there as you're going through it here. Fans, want to remind you a couple spots I want to get in here as well. The Southern Oregon Sports Commission is joining the OSAA and putting out the call for officials for all high school sports. A great way to put you in the game and earn some extra bucks and ensure our student athletes get the chance to compete. Please contact your local official association to learn how you get the stripes and get in the game. And I can say from my experiences that I have officiated basketball. I certainly cannot do football for obvious reasons, but I can say that it is a wonderful experience. If you've never had the chance to officiate, it's a lot of fun. So I strongly encourage you to do that. Also, great local businesses that keep the games coming for you, like Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less. And we were talking about that, Jonathan, that Sherm's, you talk about Bill's Glass, but I think Sherm's is almost the staple of Southern Oregon. So thank you so much to Sherm's and Food for Less. Avista Utilities and Travel Medford and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Live streams don't happen without our great sponsors. And today's game is brought to you in part by Peak Rewards app by GP Energy. Download the app and save on your morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for the road trip at many locations. Peak Rewards from GP Energy.
I got an answer for you.
Go ahead.
Sheldon High School.
Incorrect. We're going to take another break. When we come back, I'm going to give you the answer. Maybe fans, which is the longest standing building that is still used in the state of Oregon. We'll let you know the answer. 10:55 here at halftime on the John L. Scott scoreboard. 16-10, Beavers with the lead.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
And welcome back here to beautiful Beaverton, Oregon, here on the campus of Beaverton High School. And as I said before, the trivia question is, what is the oldest standing building that's still utilized here in the state of Oregon? And I thought I gave you some pretty good hints, but the answer is Beaverton High School. So, again, I tried to walk you down the road here, but you didn't take the bait. So, anyway, that's your Jeopardy question of the night.
Yeah, and you got me. It was a pretty good question there. But I'd like to know, which building is it?
It's the one right over there. We can get the camera on there, but we'll get it over there at the break. Also a couple other names here notable of Beaverton High School is that Mike Byrne. Do you know who Mike Byrne is, Jonathan? Maybe our listeners can tell me who Mike Byrne is. That might be a little past your pay grade here. I know my good buddy Alec Christensen, probably listening right now, would definitely know the answer to who Mike Byrne is. He's actually a graduate of Beaverton High School.
There we go.
Okay, and he was the drummer and musician for the Smashing Pumpkins, if you remember the Smashing Pumpkins. Maybe a little past your age range as well. But certainly they put some guys through here. Steve Lyons, who went on to play for the Boston Red Sox. Anthony Newman, who's on the Duck Call as well. He played in the NFL for a number of years. Jordan Sen, great football player of the year, went on to play for the Carolina Panthers. Anthony Taylor, who was a hooper, went on to play at Oregon. Mac Wilkins, who was a discus thrower. He was an Olympic champion as well. So, again, a long history of success here at Beaverton High School, and nothing would be more successful than if the Cavemen could come out of here with a victory tonight. As we hit the 8 o'clock, the 8-minute mark here at halftime, we'll step aside. Don't go anywhere.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Welcome back here to Beaverton High School as both teams are in the dressing rooms right now as the Grants Pass Cavemen came out firing as they got on the board first with 6:44 in the first, but the Beaverton Beavers had come right back at 5:11 in the first and almost matched. They missed the PAT to make it a 6-point, and then they came back with a field goal from about 28 yards out, and then they had the score there late, and that's how we got to the 16-10 mark as well. So before we went to the break, we were talking about some other teams around the league, but right now the Ducks are playing right now. I mean, certainly as a Duck fan and a Duck fan as well. Got the Cal Bears down there in Eugene. Tough loss 2 weeks ago for the Ducks there. Go down to the farm, have a chance there. PI in the end zone. One more play. Cardinals tie it up, and Ducks walk out of there. Unfortunately, not the winners here. So now they find themselves down right now.
Yeah, I had a feeling going into that game, too. I can always feel when a Ducks loss is coming, like Nostradamus, but they're playing a tough Cal team today. Still a team they should beat. They're ranked 9th in the nation and playing down to their competition a little bit.
Yeah, 7-3 at halftime down in Eugene. It's always usually they don't coincide with one another, but certainly within the Pac-12, everybody's got to play on that Friday night game. But you know what? Football is made for high school. I got to say, just to be honest here, it's just weird to play college football on a Friday. It's all about under the lights here, and we got ourselves a good one here at Beaverton High School tonight, Jonathan.
Yeah, and a lot of great football going on around the state. We should be able to get some scores for you from the Southwest Conference and beyond.
And why don't we do that? We'll take one more break and come back with some scores here, and we'll get some other scores around the Southwest Conference. It's 16-10, the Beavers with the lead here at halftime. Lithia Superstore Game of the Week powered by Siskiyou Cellular. 7 locations throughout Southern Oregon. We'll step aside as a sponsor brought to you in part by John L. Scott.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back here to Beaverton High School as the temperature starts to drop here a little bit. It might be about time for me to throw the coat on here, but certainly both teams would love to turn up the heat here in the second half where, again, the Cavemen had their opportunities there, but 2 late turnovers there in the second quarter have put them a bit behind the 8 ball, and that could have certainly turned into a much more nuclear explosion, especially when they got down to the goal line there, the Beavers, but the Grants Pass did a nice job. Heading into the third quarter here and beyond here, what do the Cavemen need to do to come out of here victorious tonight?
Uncharacteristically, I'm wearing jeans and a coat instead of shorts today, so I'm not cold. But Grants Pass is awfully cold going into the half, so they have to warm up a little bit going in after those 2 turnovers.
So as the Cavemen make their way back onto the field here, we will take a couple more breaks and we will kick this one off here in the second half. Jonathan McCreary, Brian Gregg, you're watching live coverage. The Lithia Superstore Game of the Week powered by Siskiyou Cellular. Thank you so much to Table Rock Sports to bring you all the live coverage. You can catch all their action at TableRockSports.com. We'll take one more break, but when we come back, we will kick off the second half here. We're here at halftime at Beaverton High School.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram Trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Sir. And welcome back here to Beaverton High School. As the looks like almost like a nebula cloud coming over the north side of the stands over here, and kind of see it over there a little bit. But the Cavemen will tee this one up, and they will kick this one off. As the Cavemen, again, found themselves with 2 costly turnovers. That has allowed the Beaverton Beavers to stay in this one. So a big 3 and out here would be a great change of pace here for the Cavemen. So we'll find out here as the Cavemen will tee it up here in the second half. And end-over-end kick, not very deep. And this time Brian Fuentes will take it. He takes a shot. And, boy, you could sure feel the hit all the way up here, Jonathan.
And I don't know if you saw, but that was 100% friendly fire. That was a big tackle by his teammate on that play.
Boy, you can almost feel the pads rumble all the way up here.
Gunners didn't even get to him. That was his own guy. But that's where he will be regardless.
So the Beavers will take over at their own 26-yard line, and the Cavemen have played good defense here tonight. Just certainly on the other offensive end here has not been in their favor. As the black lids and orange trim will come out to the field to start the third quarter. Jonathan McCreary, Brian Gregg here on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. Inside zone read, got some room. And Jay Kiter will pick up a big first down here, pick up a 14 to start the second half.
Rocking the white sleeves out there is Kiter.
You know, it's starting to feel like fall football here in the state of Oregon. Certainly you remember those days that when it gets cold, it gets chilly down there on that field.
Yeah, as soon as the sun goes down, that temperature drops into October and November.
Well, as you alluded to, the last time we broadcast together, you were wearing shorts. This time you're wearing pants. Kiter on second down, got some room, crosses midfield, and he will fall forward all the way to the 45-yard line. So it's been the Jay Kiter show here, getting those the cleats in the ground and pushing forward.
Yeah, and picking up where he left off there at the end of the half. So a couple of big plays.
So the Beavers will go into almost a hurry-up offense here, kind of a change of pace here. Certainly something that we didn't see a whole lot in the first half as they cross midfield. First throw here of the second half. This one is complete to the far side as Kyron Albright will indicate actually it'll be an incomplete pass, forgive me there. And that'll bring up a second down and 10.
Saw what they're trying to do on the outside, just gain a couple of yards, about a 5-6 yard play, just couldn't hold on to it.
So as the officials come together to have a bit of a conference here. And certainly it's not time for parent-teacher conferences quite yet here, Jonathan, but the officials are saying, no, we're going to have our own conference here.
And I wonder what they're talking about.
Check that. Pass was complete to Albright. Ball is placed at the 30.
So I can rescind my prior statement. Yes, the pass was complete to Albright there, and so that will be enough for a pickup of 7 yards, and that will bring up a 2nd and 5. As Kiter inside now keeps, throws downfield, got a man, and just overthrown there, looking for Kyron Albright. And boy, he was streaking down the sideline like punching himself out of a wet paper bag. He found himself some real estate, but just a little too much on it.
Not a single safety downfield. Could have caught him if he would have caught that ball just a little bit out of his reach.
So Hunter Border, the young man in the signal collar there for the Beavers, has had some opportunities, but just a little too much mustard on it. As this time he'll send single to the top, 3 to the bottom. Border drops back, looks, throws, pass caught. And on the far side again, this is Kyron Albright, and that will be enough for another Beaver first down. So a little bit different wrinkle we're seeing here. A lot of plays to the edges here in the second half, Jonathan.
Yeah, they're mixing it up a little bit. And, despite the Grants pass turnovers, the Beavers really couldn't get it going in the first half. Between the last drive and this one, this is the first time we've seen them actually get things going on offense. And that could spell trouble for Grants Pass, especially now that they're down.
So the Cavemen got to dig deep here, got to get a big stop here. As it's been pretty much all Beavers here in the second and third quarters here. And giving off to Kiter again. And he will scamper his way back inside there, and he just meets a wall of Cavemen. And that'll bring up about a second down and about 7. So between Cooper Nesbitt and Jay Kiter for the Beavers, that's really kind of been all their offense here. You know, outside of them, the Cavemen have done a nice job here, Jonathan, of really holding everybody else to not much action here. Pump fake on second down. Now forced down to the pocket, hit and dropped. And the Cavemen coming up with a big sack there, and a name that we have said multiple times this evening is Josh Hart. And again, coming up from that defensive end position, Jonathan, and again, certainly that's the number one thing they teach you in football, right? Keep the outside shoulder free.
And just his ability to go from one side of the field to the other, close so much ground so fast, got himself to the quarterback, and they need a lot more of that. They need it from more than just Hart, too. They got to match his energy.
And in the pistol inside, give it to Nesbitt. And I apologize, that was Kiter. And the big fella down there, Parker Jarvis, the 6'3", 300-pound junior, going down in there and running into a wall.
I like what I was seeing from the big fella. We were just saying that the rest of the defensive line, the defense in general, needs to take kind of tips from Hart here. Now we see a lot of different players standing up.
First fourth down scenario. The Beavers are going to go for it. Take a shot to the end zone. And this one is incomplete. And the Cavemen with a great job holding the Beavers on fourth down. And they will turn this one over on down. So again, the Cavemen, Beavers pushing down the field, of course. And they get the ball back.
Yeah, and some pretty decent field position here. Grant's pass, their defense has been the ones kind of keeping them in this game. And now we'll see what the offense can do. They have to avoid a turnover on this drive. They have to.
9:03 to go here in the third. As the Beavers with a 6-point lead on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week as Blanchard in the full house pistol formation. And he will give it to Reeves. Bounces outside, lowers the shoulder. And puts his head down, spins, and makes it all the way down to the 35-yard line. And a good pickup there for the Cavemen.
Nice start to the drive with a first down on the ground. They need a few more of those to get themselves on the Beaverton side of things.
As Blanchard comes from a long lineage of successful athletes. Grandfather played at the University of Oregon. Counter play, give it to Reeves inside. Got some running room to the 45 and falls forward. And gets all the way almost to midfield. And that'll be another first down. And that will move the chains. Great run there by Reeves, Jonathan. And again, I've just been so impressed with that young man. His ability to take a little bit and turn it into a lot of bit. And he's done that a lot tonight.
Yeah, and I've said it a couple times, just his ability to fall forward is so valuable. It's more running backs fall backwards than you think, and that's the difference between 3 or 4 yards. I'd like to see how many yards he has on the ground.
And swing pass far side, and this one will be incomplete. As that one was intended for Josh Hart once again. So that'll bring a second down and 10 here for the Cavemen. As we hit the 7:59 mark here in the third quarter. Jonathan McCreary, Brian Gregg here. Glad you've decided to spend your evening with us. A lot of action going on throughout the state. We talked about at halftime, the Ducks taking on Cal. I don't know about you. I keep looking down at my phone as well to see the score here. So you'll have to keep me updated there, Jonathan.
It's still got a 7-3 game right now. Ducks down.
Here's the snap. Give it to Reeves. He's got some pay dirt. The big fella's up front saying, this ain't no tea party. We're going to push people around. And he will get all the way to the first down marker, and that'll be a first down for the Cavemen.
Tackled by Christian Gonzalez. Grant's pass, first down at the Beaver 40.
Yeah, doing the dirty work down there. The offensive lineman getting Reeves some running room.
Yeah, and again, the big fella down there, Parker Jarvis, the left guard on that counter play, getting upfield, showing that great feet. Give it to Reeves again, and this time will not have the same success as he did on the prior play, and he'll maybe lose about a yard. And so the Cavemen have got to fall forward, right? As you always talk about, pad level and falling forward.
Yeah, they got to stay low. And I know some of those big offensive linemen got to be a little tired because they're playing on that defensive line. Got to come right back out there and block for your quarterback. But just getting forward momentum should get Reeves some running room.
Fans, want to remind you that Table Rock Sports viewers and subscribers, and to thank you to our YouTube channel, over 250,000 views and counting, closing in on 1,500 YouTube subscribers. So thank you to all. Pump fake, Blanchard throwing downfield, and this one is incomplete. And this one will bring up a third down and 11. As Blanchard will send 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Swing pass. This is Reeves, and he will get tripped on really his own feet there, and he will get back to the initial line of scrimmage, and that'll send out the punting unit. Unfortunate for the Cavemen there, Jonathan. They look like they're moving the football nicely, but 2 stops there by the Beavers will send out the punting unit.
Yeah, not quite in the territory of going for it. They're too close to midfield, but we've seen the punting game work for Grants Pass today. We'll see if they can get another nice one here.
So this time, great punt, very high, very deep. And it takes a Beaverton bounce, and then we'll spin back and go all the way down to the goal line. And yes, right down at the 1 yard line. Great heads-up play there by the Cavemen. Wow. And so the Beavers will find themselves deep in their own territory.
That's 2 punts within the 5 yard line today. That's incredible. Got a score update for you while we have a moment. North Medford has taken a lead, 21-14 over Sheldon midway through the third quarter.
Ball is placed inside the first yard line.
And Roseburg has taken a lead of their own over South Medford, 21-14 as well, at South Medford.
Which you're quite familiar with playing in that stadium, by the way, Jonathan.
Yep. Playing at Spiegelberg Stadium there in Medford, Oregon, one of the premier places to play high school football, if I do say so myself.
You know what? I probably can't disagree with you on that. Out of their own end zone is the Beavers. And give it to Jay Cutter, and he is falling forward. He's firing down the field like he's just rented a car.
Kind of like a pinball on that play.
Absolutely.
Just bounced off a defender and kept running. That's how you get yourself out of the shadow of your own goal. One big run.
Two house keys turned into the home field concession stand. Check your pocket if you're missing.
So the Beavers with a first down.
Check into the concession stand.
And 2 to the right. Give it to Kiter. Following his big blockers there, and he'll break 1 tackle, fall forward all the way down to the 33-yard line. All of a sudden, we're starting to see a different offense here from Beaverton here in the second half, Jonathan.
Yeah, playing inspired, especially on the ground with Kiter.
Where it will be first down, Beaverton.
It's a far cry from what we saw in the first half.
So another first down for the Beavers. And that's 4:56 on the John L. Scott scoreboard on first down. As Hunter Border will find Kyron Albright, a name that we've said a few times here tonight, and that will cross midfield. And the Beavers will move the chains once again.
Ball is at the 48-yard line, first down, Beavers.
And it hurts a little bit for Grants Pass to get so close to midfield to not be able to advance anymore as they find themselves down a possession. And the Beavers are starting to drive here as they're past midfield on their own.
Porter, give it to Kinder. He will scamper, Cooper Nesbitt will scamper all the way down to the 39-yard line. And the big fella down low for the Cavemen as Braden Lucina, the big fella junior, getting in the action down there. And, you know, you can see that the Beavers' offensive line is kind of having their way with the Cavemen right now. So the Cavemen have got to get their pad level down here, Jonathan.
Yeah, maybe looking a little tired on the inside, something we really haven't seen today. And the Beavers are kind of taking advantage.
And second down and 3 in Caveman territory. Border fakes it, bootleg, looking for a man. Now pressure throws, ball is caught. And that one will be near side, and it'll be Des Valencia.
Tell you what, I love a good bootleg. Love the play design. Got his man out in the flat, wide open.
You know, it's a play you don't see a lot anymore, Jonathan, because the offense have changed so much over the years. You remember the days when it was fake it, the guard pulls, comes out, and blocks any guy. So when you do see a bootleg, it is always fun to see.
If I was a coordinator, I'd run that thing every time.
Trips to the left. Border gives it off to his speedster, Jay Cutter. And he will shuffle the feet, makes one move, still on his feet, and he'll fall forward all the way down to the 18-yard line. And Jay Kider all of a sudden has put the Beavers on his back here on this possession.
What an impressive run, too. You guys could see it on your screen. He stopped his momentum completely, waited for the players to move past him going full speed, and then he just started running forward. Gained plenty of yards that way.
So the Beavers have themselves a 6-point lead. Give it to Kider. And this time he cannot get very far. Yeah, it's the great feat there by the big fella, Jared Cochran, coming up there from that D-line position and making a play there. Good effort there by Jared.
Number 4, Jay Kider, tackled for loss in the backfield by number 71.
That was a loss of about 2, it looked like. Be 2nd and 12.
So the Beavers, after coming out in almost like a NASCAR speed, have all of a sudden said, hey, we're going to slow this thing down. On second down here, near side pass complete. As Hunter Border will be pushed out of bounds right near the first down marker. As Gonzalez turning upfield, and I believe that'll be a third down and about a half a yard here, Jonathan. So a big stop here by the Cavemen. Boy, if you're the Beavers here, if you don't get it, do you kick the field goal here or do you go for it?
You know, if it were me, I would just go for it. You got Kider running like a madman out here on this drive. It's like Coach Brandon Staley said for the Chargers a couple weeks ago, when you trust your guys, it's the easiest decision in the world.
On third down, as Border looking for Valencia with the drag route. And a fourth down scenario here. And so I imagine that'll send out the field goal unit here. And this would make it a 2-score game for the Beavers.
Yeah, I don't hate this decision. They'll go up by over 1 possession now if they can make this. But that also gives Grants Pass a much bigger opportunity to kind of work their way back into this one.
And kick is up, and it is good. So the Beavers add 3 more points to the board to make it a 19-10 game. 2:28 here to go in the third. We'll be back.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram Trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Welcome back here to Beaverton High School. Jonathan McCreary, Brian Gregg here as you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week powered by Siskiyou Cellular with over 7 locations in Southern Oregon. As the Cavemen find themselves down 19-10, largest deficit here tonight for the Cavemen as they've been executing nicely on offense, but unfortunately a couple turnovers as well as some good offensive production on that prior series have allowed the Beavers to have their largest lead of the game tonight.
Yeah, and I got to say, great stop on the last drive by the Grants Pass defense once again. They've had a great go of it, besides a couple touchdowns here and there. Being able to hold them to a field goal in the red zone, I'd say that's great stuff. You give your offense a chance. They're only down by 9. You go down and score here, it's only a 2-point game.
Got to get something going here. 2:22 on the John L. Scott scoreboard as Blanchard will send 2 to the top, single to the bottom. Blanchard, high snap, give it to the speedster, said his name, Reeves. And he is met by a whole wall of Beavers to bring up a second down and a 9.5, I would say. As that's a 19th carry tonight, just under 100 yards for Reeves. So 19 carries, about 93 yards on the ground here for the young man. But, boy, those have been some hard-fought yards, Jonathan. I mean, I know he's done a nice job of getting to the outside, but he's turned, a little bit into a lot of it here this evening.
Yeah, he's kind of had to make it work because the blocking has been there on some plays, and then other plays, it's been all Reeves.
As Blanchard, again, finds one of his favorite targets tonight, Josh Hart, the 6'5", 180-pound senior who not only has gotten it done here on the defensive side of the football, but as well as here on the offense. And that's a great weapon there. I'm a big fan of the tight end, Jonathan, especially when he is working all day blocking, and then all of a sudden he gets to get a chance to go downfield and get his name in the press clippings.
Yeah, sometimes underutilized. That tight end position is an important one in the offense. You can get him involved.
Give it off to Reeves there, and he just couldn't get anywhere there. As the battle at the line of scrimmage has certainly fallen into the orange and black here, and that'll force the Cavemen to have to punt. So not an ideal start here to that series. And that'll send out the punting unit here, Jonathan. Got to get something going here.
Yeah, and that Beavers defense crashed in and bottled them up. Something we haven't seen a lot of, but when it works, it works. And a couple tough drives for Grants Pass here.
As this will take a Caveman bounce. And it will cross 40 all the way to the 38-yard line, and that's where the Beavers will take over. 26 ticks to go here in the third. We'll step aside. Don't go anywhere.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and DeVilleneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back to Beaverton High School as the Cavemen forced to punt there. And the Beavers will take over at about their own 35-yard line. As the clock trickles down to 10 seconds here in the third. And, you know, Jonathan, as you were saying at the break, that Cavemen have got to get a 3-and-out here, and they've got to get some points on the board. But we'll find out here as we head to the fourth quarter here at Beaverton High School as the Cavemen find themselves down 9. Do they have enough to come back and win this one? We'll find out. Don't go anywhere.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Welcome back here to Beaverton High School as the Beavers have themselves a 9-point lead. As the Cavemen have got to get something going here. Certainly a punt situation here would be the most ideal as we start the fourth and final period. And certainly a victory would be nothing sweeter here for the Cavemen. But unfortunately, they find themselves in a bit of a hole right now, Jonathan, and got to get a stop here. They've done it already here tonight, but right now would be the ideal time.
Yeah, and as we begin the fourth quarter, it's really do-or-die time here for Grants Pass, especially on the defense.
Bubble pass here to the speedster. This is Kyron Albright, and he will scamper down the right side. 10-5, touchdown, Beavers. So touchdown for the Beavers after the 60-yard bubble screen, and he finds himself all the way to the end zone. And so when the Cavemen needed a stop, Jonathan, the Beavers came back and found themselves a 60-yard scamper to the end zone.
Yeah, when they needed it the most, you see that big play. And I just got to say, all game long, that Grants Pass defense has been trying to stand up Beaverton. Just couldn't do it on this one, getting a little tired.
And the PAT is good to make it 26. So the Beavers with the 60-yard scamper, and they have their largest lead of the game. We'll step aside. We'll be back.
At Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford, we've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler Jeep Dodge and, of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
And welcome back here as Grants Pass unable to hold the Beavers after the 60-yard scamper, and that added 25. PAT was good and added 26 to the board. So now the Cavemen have got to dig deep here if they want to give themselves a chance to win this one. And the ball will be placed at about the 21-yard line. You know, it's one of those things, Jonathan, is that, you know, they always say in football that you're the difference between winning and losing is about 4 plays. And you look at tonight, and the Beavers have come up with 4 big plays. They had the 2 turnovers here, then they had the long scamper here. So they're 3 plays away, or excuse me, 1 play away from, having success here. And the Cavemen had their opportunities, but they just have been unable to really convert on offense here.
Yeah, I agree.
And the pass will be complete to the far side, Nico Medama. And he will be open there, and he will be pushed out of bounds. And the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. Fans, want to remind you, for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon. Locally owned, family-run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Thank you so much to Bill's Glass. Blanchard in the gun, sends a man in motion. Fly sweep, looking to throw it, not there. Got some running room. And all the way down to midfield. Yeah, Jackson Tunick showing some speed there, and he gets all the way down to midfield. So big play there, looking to throw it. You could see it there, Jonathan, but the smart play to hold on to it and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that was the difference on that one. Now they find themselves getting some good yardage here. Almost at midfield. Got a score update for all you fans out there. North Medford holds a 28-21 lead against Sheldon. In the third quarter, I believe it's late in the third.
That's Nate Chin, head coach for the Black Tornado, doing a great job. We called a great one there at Liberty High School a few weeks back when it was the back-and-forth game, North Medford and Liberty, and the Black Tornado were victorious in that one. So good ball club that head coach Nate Chin has at North Medford.
And he was excited after that one. You could tell because, man, that game was back and forth. North Medford took that win. We'll see if they can take another big one at Sheldon today.
Still first down.
And a false start penalty on the Cavemen.
No. Go ahead.
Well, it's all you, brother.
I was going to say something that we could never do was win at Sheldon. And North Medford, I believe, since then has done just that, and they're looking to do it again.
Trips to the top, single at the bottom. Blanchard, 3-step drop, throws. And just off the outstretched fingertips of the big fella, Josh Hart. And that'll bring up a second down and 15. We've seen that a couple times tonight, Jonathan. The Blanchards had a guy there, but just airmails on him just a little too much.
Yeah, and he's been putting a little too much juice on it just all day long. It's going to be something to practice when they get back to Grants Pass tomorrow or whenever they get back tonight, hopefully sooner rather than later. I know it's a long trip back from Portland.
So the Cavemen will make the short trek south, and they will actually take on the Black Tornado next Friday night. So they will head down to Spiegelberg Stadium and take on the Black Tornado down there.
Swing pass to number 4, Trevor Reeves.
And whether it will be the 3-3 Black Tornado or the 4-2 Black Tornado remains to be seen. But it's going to be a tough game for Grants Pass next week, too. North Medford, a really good team.
Certainly like to run the football. There's no doubt about it.
They have that in common with the Grants Pass.
So 10-15 here in the fourth. Largest lead of the game for the Beavers. As Blanchard has done a nice job orchestrating the offense here tonight. Had a couple throws I'm sure he'd like back. As drops back inside read. Pitch, catch, caught. And Jackson Tunick. And he'll fall for it all the way to the 25-yard line. So the Cavemen rushing up to the line of scrimmage. Certainly the clock is not their friend at this point right now, as they will head up into their hurry-up offense. If they're going to have any chance to get back in this game, got to score here. Inside Reed, give it to the speedster, Reeves. And he'll fall for it all the way to about the 17-yard line. And they find the red zone of the Beavers here in the fourth period.
Another score update for you. Roseburg has taken a 35-20 lead over South Medford. With about 4 minutes left, they're going to look to close it out.
And the Beavers are going to take a timeout. We will join them 9:34 to go on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week as our proud sponsor, John L. Scott.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern.
Welcome back to the broadcast here. Jonathan McCurry, Brian Gregg on second down. Blanchard fakes it, swing pass, far side. As I didn't get a chance to see who made that catch there. I believe it was Aiden Dietz, and it was. And a first down for the Cavemen from the Beaver 11-yard line. 9:15 to go. Got to score here. Blanchard rolls, looks, not there. Now has a man, corner the end zone. And this one will be incomplete as he was looking for Jackson Tunick. And Jackson was saying that he was being held. But the official said, I don't think so, young man. Different, but you know what? Great job by Tunick, though. I always appreciate a receiver that does that, to say, hey, I'm being held.
Got to make your voice heard out there, basically on an island by yourself.
As Blanchard will send two guys stacked to the right, one to the left. And with the incomplete pass, we'll stop the clock as Reeves to the left of Blanchard. And give it to Reeves up the middle of the field in the end zone. Touchdown, Cavemen. So Mr. Trevor Reeves is saying this one ain't over yet. And he gets into the end zone for the second time tonight with 9 minutes. So
man, that's got to feel good for Reeves, too, because he's had basically a defender in his face every time he touches the ball. Went untouched to the end zone on that play.
Great run there by the Cavemen. And at this point, you certainly have to go for two here. Absolutely. I totally agree with this call. You're down 10 here. You don't get it here, you're still a two score. You still got to go for two at some point with 9 minutes to go. And certainly there's a time to get a 2-point conversion. It's right now here, Jonathan.
Yeah, got two full possessions down. Almost have to go for it.
As Blanchard trips to the bottom, single set at the top. Blanchard rolls out, setting up the screen. Got Reeves to the pylon. Is he in? Yes, he is. And the 2-point conversion is good. And so the Cavemen cut the deficit to 8. And they are back in this one with 9 minutes to go. Don't go anywhere. We got a good one. We'll be back.
At My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Welcome back here to Beaverton High School as the Cavemen needed a touchdown and they got it. And the 2-point conversion and the onside kick here by the Cavemen. And they just need a little bit more oomph on that one. But the Beavers were there, fielded it nicely, and they will take over at about their own 48-yard line. And so the Cavemen here have got to dig deep, got to get down, got to get the big fellas down low, the big meatloafs down low, and get them pushing them around and get a big defensive stop here with 8:57 to go here in the fourth. As you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week powered by Siskiyou Cellular in partnership with Table Rock Sports Productions. And glad that you've decided to spend your evening with us. A lot of action going around the state here, and I'm sure Jonathan can get you some scores here as well. As the Beavers give it inside there to Jay Kiter, a name that we have said multiple times this evening, as the young man has rushed over 100 yards on 16 carries. And the clock will continue to trickle down. And for right now, the Cavemen have all 3 timeouts, so that's certainly something to keep in mind here. And I know you keep looking over your phone here, Jonathan. Do we have a score update there up in Eugene?
Yeah, the last time we saw North Medford was up 28-20 over Sheldon, but Sheldon ended up scoring that touchdown, getting a turnover, and scoring again. Now they are up 34-20, 28, I should say.
In the pistol here, pressure looking incomplete. As that one was almost intercepted there, as the big fella, Parker Jarvis, showing his great athleticism down there, getting in the face of Hunter Border. And that'll bring up a very big 3rd down and 6 here, Jonathan. Get the stop here, force the punt. You're all of a sudden, you have some light.
Yeah, we have a chance at Bedlam.
So Border 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Give it the handoff. And right-hand side is Jay Kiter, and he will march his way all the way down to the 40-yard line. And that will be enough for a 1st down. They had their chance there, but Kiter put it on his back, and he picked up enough for the 1st down. Big opportunity there. Cavens couldn't convert.
Yeah, had to stop him 5 yards or less, and he got 7. So they move the chains, and the clock keeps running.
So bunch formation here at the bottom. Formation we have not seen much from the Beavers tonight. As Jay Kiter reverses field, now gets to the middle, still on his feet, and falls forward all the way to the 21-yard line. And Mr. Kiter, boy, that young man has got some nimble feet out there. He plays with excellent pad level as well, something that's pretty obvious from our vantage point, and he shows why. The offense runs right through him. And if the Cavemen are going to have any chance to try to give themselves an opportunity, you've got to dig deep here, and you've got to get a stop here. As the clock trickles down to 7:08 here in the in the 4th, and the Beavers are in no hurry to get to that line of scrimmage, Jonathan.
Yeah, opting to use as much of that clock as they possibly can.
Has the double reverse there, and Christian Gonzalez was the recipient of the double reverse. And he will march his way all the way down to the 15-yard line. As the Cavemen are certainly looking down to the end of the rope right now as we hit the 6:27 mark. And a pitch over to Kiter. Follows his big blockers there. And he will lower his shoulder, and he will hit all the way down to the 15-yard line. As Kyron Albright for the Cavemen coming up making his play. And that'll bring up a first down and goal to goal here for the Beavers. So you certainly need some fairy dust right here a little bit, Jonathan. You know, they're in field goal range. They're running the football well. Got to get a turnover right here.
Yeah, and that's really what it boils down to. The only chance Grants Pass has is to limit them to no points on this drive.
And give it to Kiter to the 5. And he will fall forward down to the 4-yard line. And that ball will be placed at about the 4-yard line. And the 2nd down and goal here for the Beavers. As the clock trickles down to 5:15. As trips to the top. And snap. Fake corner of the end zone. That one is incomplete. As looking for Kyron Albright in the corner of the end zone. Good defense there.
Ball falls incomplete in the end zone, bringing up 3rd down.
And a 3rd down and goal here for the Beavers. And if you're certainly going to make a play right here, Jonathan, this is the time to make the play if I'm Grants Pass.
Mm-hmm. It really comes down to this drive, this stop right here. They need to recreate some of that magic from earlier in the game.
And pitch it to Kiner, getting to the far side. Now cuts it upfield towards the goal line. And close to the goal line. Still no indication. And that will make it a 4th down and goal here. So the Cavemen are no stranger when it comes to big 4th down stops here.
Can Lightning strike twice on opposite sides of the field? That is the question.
A 4th down and goal scenario here. And I'm a little bit surprised that the Beavers are staying out on the field. You kick the field goal here, and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game.
Yeah, and they did miss that PAT earlier, I believe, and maybe lingering in their mind a little bit, but this is about as easy as a field goal as you could ever possibly hope for.
And the Beavers are going to call a timeout, and they're going to talk it over. Fans, don't go anywhere. Do the Cavemen got anything left? Do they have enough lightning in a bottle to hold off the Beavers here to get a chance to get the football back? We'll find out.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, Kyle! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed. From the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that.
Looks like they're going to trust their offense.
And they're going to leave the offense on the field. 4th down and goal here. Give it, pitch it, far side, into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers. As Jay Kiter takes the pitch, gets in the end zone. I thought that they were there. And that will make the score 32-18. The Cavemen were there, but Kiter, a name we've said a few times tonight, found the end zone once again.
And it helped that they had a lot of movement on that play. They didn't just try to stack the line and run inside. They made those Grants Pass defenders move around a little bit, and they were able to get that touchdown.
And the point after attempt is good. And that'll make it a 33-18. 4:06 to go here in the 4th. We'll step aside.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
And welcome back to Beaverton High School. Jonathan McCreary, Brian Gregg here on a chillier temperature as we start to get later up here in the evening. And unfortunately, the Cavemen were unable to hold the Beavers there on that prior possession. And the Beaverton Beavers go up 33-18. You thought they were there, but just too much Kiter, and he finds the end zone.
Yeah, not only did they score, they used an absurd amount of time off the clock. So best case scenario drive for Beaverton, and Grants Pass is going to have a rough going unless they can score quick and get an onside kick, but we know how it goes.
Got to move the football down the field. Fans, want to remind you, Table Rock Sports excited to welcome the Thomason Hospitality Group of Grants Pass and Tap Rock Northwest Grill as a new sponsor You can also enjoy Thompson Hospitality at Elmer's, Pita Pit, and the Human Bean locations throughout Southern Oregon. God, I love a good Elmer's. On first down, Blanchard rolls out, looking for a man. Now steps up, throws, and this one is intercepted. Intercepted by Gonzalez, and he's going to make his way all the way down to the 10-yard line. And if that's any indication, that might be it all they wrote there as the Beavers come up with a big turnover, and they're knocking on the door once again.
Yeah, it gets late in the game and try to do too much. I've seen it a million times before. Just a tough ending here for Grants Pass, who were in the game the whole time and let it slip away at the end.
Well, again, the Cavemen had their chances, but, unfortunately some big explosion plays and some, big yardage there by the Beavers have put the Cavemen in some very difficult situations here. But they played a good first half of football, but certainly the second half has been much more Beaver than it has been Cavemen.
It's been their kryptonite. That halftime horn.
Where it will be first down and goal, Beavers.
So a first down and 10 here for the Beavers in the Cavemen territory.
Can't use too much time because they're too close to the goal. So we'll see what they can do.
Prior to the snap, flag on the play.
And a penalty flag will back it up 5 yards. Delay of game there. 7th penalty of the game for the Beavers.
Weirdly enough, this will give them more time to run, more room to run time.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's a good point. So 3:54 to go here in the fourth. As you've been watching the Lithia Superstore game of the week, as the Cavemen next week will take on the Black Tornado of North Medford down at Spiegelworks Stadium. And the Beavers will head over not too far here, about 2 miles away, head over to Apollo Country and take on Sunset in a football program that is moving in the right direction. On first down, inside, incomplete. As Borders pass is intended for Gonzalez, and that one will bring up a second down. And I'm sure Jonathan can probably get us some scores around the state here as we're got some exciting action all around the state, some games that mean a lot for the playoffs and the 6A level.
We've lost video feed at North Medford, but North Medford just tied it up with a touchdown.
On second down, play action. Big fella near side, Kyron Albright. And he has his 6th catch of the game for 41 yards.
Tackled on the play by number 12.
34-34, the score now at Sheldon High School. North Medford has tied it up with a chance to go up by 1.
And as that clock will continue to trickle down to 3:19, and as we will head into the post-game show here, as the Beavers are knocking on the door, as the My Circle K GP Energy post-game show, Jonathan and I will provide our thoughts of the game and what to look forward to as well. As Porter throws, had a man, but incomplete.
Borders pass intended for number 6 is Valencia. Ball falls incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete, so that'll stop the clock. So a 4th down once again here for the Beavers, and so they will send out their field goal unit here. And looking to make it a 36-18 football game. And it's the left footer coming out. Southpaw, good kick, good snap, up and good.
Number 26, Trayvon Hamilton.
So Hamilton adds 36 to the board.
With 2 minutes, 52 seconds left.
With 2:52 to go here in the fourth. We'll step aside. We'll be back.
At My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning...
Welcome back to Beaverton High School. Jonathan McCrary, Brian Gregg, and it's been a back and forth in the first half, but it's been all Beavers here in the second half with 2:50 to go here in the fourth. And the Cavemen will start out at their own 20-yard line, and that's where they will take over. So following this here, we'll be in the My Circle K GP Energy postgame show. Download the Peak Rewards app today and start saving. We'll recap today's scoring and look at key stats, all coming your way on the My Circle K GP Energy post-game show. Refill your road trip and have some crunch in your lunch. 2:45 to go here. Hans Blanchard has had himself a average evening. Not as ideal, but has managed the offense nicely here on first down. Far side, man open, caught. And Jackson Tunick, a name we have said, who's played a nice football game here. He has his 5th catch of the night, and he has had he done a lot of little things really well. I've been kind of watching him, and he blocks nicely downfield. As the old saying goes, if you're going to get the rock, you got to block, Jonathan.
For sure. Whether you're a tight end or you're a running back, got to get out there and cover somebody.
As Blanchard drops, looks, throws, caught down to the 40-yard line. And Jace Jordan enough for the first down there. Good pitch and catch there. I like that throw by Blanchard, Jonathan. He looked poised back there on that one. Haven't seen some of the night. He might have forced a few, but on that one he looked really confident.
Yeah, making up for that interception on the last drive. Got a couple nice throws in already.
And coming back again to the near side. This one just a little too much mustard on it. And Jace Jordan, and that one will fall incomplete. 2:19 here in the fourth as the temperature starts to make its way down in the mid-40s. I don't know about you, but, boy, I'm getting a little chilly up here.
Seeing as though I'm usually wearing shorts, I think I'm finally at equilibrium here. I think I'd be fine in shorts, too.
I think you'd be all right. I think you're crazy, but I think you'd be all right. As Blanchard looks, pump fakes, now steps up, and he's going to keep it himself. And he will get out to about the 45-yard line. And the clock will trickle down to 2 minutes. And the Cavemen doing a nice job. Still playing hard out there. Still trying to get something going here. As Blanchard forced out of the pocket. Pump fakes, now keeps him. Crosses midfield, 45. And he will slide down all the way to the 44-yard line. Good decision there by Blanchard. I like his decisions that he makes. And I've been really impressed. A couple of those turnovers they have not been his fault. He had the one interception here on the prior series. But those two of them, they were good pitching and catches. The receivers just got to hold on to the football.
Yeah, and they got a couple of yards on each play. Just, like you said, can't hold on to it.
And Blanchard looks, finds a man wide open near side. And a big play there. Pass caught by Aiden Dietz.
If there was any one thing Blanchard could work on after this game, it's just he has the arm power. It's just bringing it in a little bit and kind of putting them into windows for your receivers.
Talented athlete, has a great lineage of athletes. The Blanchard name, as we all know, is a well-respected family and certainly a name that has been in Southern Oregon for many, many years. 2 to the top, 2 at the bottom. Blanchard rolls out, good blocking, and pass is complete. Penalty flag will fly. And Josh Hart was the man who was able to haul that one in, but I anticipate it was probably a hold, but I have been known to be wrong, Jonathan.
There is a flag on the play. Holding against the offense
But you're not wrong this time, my friend.
Fans, want to remind you that our great title sponsor, Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Superstore on Highway 22, and our presenting sponsor, Siskiyou Cellular, with over 7 Southern Oregon locations to serve you. And boys, Lithia do a phenomenal job. They support that community better than anybody. So thank you so much to Lithia and the wonderful contributions, and it's great to see their dealerships popping up all over, not just Southern Oregon. They're all over, and certainly what a wonderful sponsor they are and great customer service. Step on in, check out Lithia. Blanchard on second down, taking a shot to the end zone, got a man, and this one will fall incomplete as you're looking for Troy Osborne.
Blanchard's pass intended for number 18, Josh Hart.
Forgive me, Josh Hart.
Defended on the play by number 15, Kyron Albright. All falls incomplete, bringing up second down.
And second down and 22 here for the Cavemen as we just hit about the minute mark here. As the Cavemen would love to get something here just before they retire this one. Make the bus ride home a little bit easier. Blanchard drops, looking far side, got a man. And this one will be incomplete. And the Cavemen faithful are asking for a flag. And that'll bring up a third down and 22 here for the white and blue.
And the GP faithful right here wanted a flag on that far side.
Two to the top, two to the bottom. Again, Blanchard looks, throws, and a good pitch and catch there. Great throw. And this one complete to Jackson Tunick. And that will get back to the initial line of scrimmage, and so that will continue to move the clock towards 0. 37 seconds to go here in the fourth. As Blanchard claps the hands, now steps up in the pocket down the middle of the field. And this one is incomplete. As that one was stepped in there, and Christian Gonzalez, a name that we have said before. Gonzalez had himself a interception early in the fourth quarter that took him all the way down to the 4-yard line. So that young man playing all the way out there on the field, and that will be a turnover on downs. And the Beavers will get this one back with 27 seconds remaining here in the fourth. And again, fans, don't go anywhere when we wrap this one up. The My Circle K GP Energy post-game show. Jonathan and I will get some stats for you as well as talk about games going forward. And then we'll get on out of here because I don't know about you, but it's a little chilly up here. And the best formation in football, the victory formation, is what the Beavers will do here. And barring a timeout called by Grants Pass, I anticipate this might be the last play of the game. And the high fives come out and the handshakes come out, and that will be the final play of the game as both teams will head to midfield. And that will bring us to a conclusion here of this hard-fought game by the Cavemen as the clock hits 4, 3, 2, and 1 as the horn will sound. And that will do it. That will do it. And 36-18 is the final score as both teams will make their way out onto the field to shake hands with one another. And we will talk about this one. Again, final score 36-18. Caven played hard, but just too much Beaverton Beavers tonight. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to Beaverton High School as a final score 36-18 as the Cavemen came out firing on all cylinders, but eventually it fell to the young men in orange and black as the Beavers will get their third win of the year, and the Cavemen will go to 1-6 on the year as Blanchard had himself a nice evening, and certainly a lot of good things to look at, but certainly things that you gotta clean up. Trevor Reeves had himself a wonderful evening as well on the ground, rushing for over 100 yards. When you don't have one of your speedsters, Asherate, guy that will solely miss tonight. That's one guy that they'll look forward to getting back here and getting healthy, as Grants Pass is still looking for their first victory in the Southwest Conference, but some positive things to take away from it, Jonathan, but also some things that you certainly need to work on. So Grants Pass next week will again take on the Black Tornado of Medford, and we know how good that a North Medford football team could be. But nothing would be more special if the Cavemen could go and step in between the slow dance and get a victory. But what do they got to do next week to come out with a win?
Well, we saw today they got the running game going for a whole half of football. But as we know, a football game is more than one half. They got to put it together for one full game.
Absolutely.
And they really can't hurt themselves with those turnovers, because it was 2 completions. I think 1 completion and 1 long run that turned into a fumble. So those are big. After big stops from the defense, those are big plays that you have to limit.
Certainly can't give up the big plays, and there was certainly some big plays tonight. Certainly turnovers were a factor for the Cavemen, and a couple turnovers deep in their own territory, and the Beaver took full advantage of it and put a couple points on the board. But, if I'm the Cavemen going in next week, it's a mentality is – you got to put this one behind you, and you got to look forward here. Again, it's a tough pill to swallow. It's not a fun bus ride back home, but come in, watch the film, see the areas that you can improve on, and try to shake the apple cart a little bit next Friday night.
Yeah, you're going to be playing a conference rival. Just do whatever you can. We've seen what this Grants Pass team can do well. They just got to build on that next week.
Got to build on it, got to look at the positives and fix the things that need to be worked on. Jonathan, great job again, brother. Always behind the lens. Always just love calling games with you. And Jonathan always doing a wonderful job. Has a steep tradition of yourself. You know the rivalry down there in the Southwest Conference. So it's always a pleasure to get your perspective, Jonathan.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Great call again today. Had a lot of fun. And got one more score update for you guys. Sheldon has just taken a lead against North Medford late in the fourth quarter, 37-35, and I believe North Medford has some time left to try to win the game.
And that game can be seen over there on TableRockSports.net as well. A little bit of time left. We thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. Again, we'd like to thank Beaverton High School for the wonderful hospitality. They always provide just a great experience up here. Wonderful facilities and a great crowd and great venue. So thank you so much to Beaverton High School and to Lithia Superstore. Game of the night right here on TableRockSports.net for today's broadcast. So, again, Grants Pass had their opportunities, could not capitalize, and they fall 36-18. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. Joe, the man that is always down there in Southern Oregon, always doing so much. So thank you so much to Joe Brett. So for Jonathan Mercuri, I'm Brian Gregg. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for spending your night with us. God bless you all, and good night from Beaverton High School.